Alright, Shalom. This is Sahara 1 by Nyasha of the Lions Den Camp. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash, my mouth. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Yeah, buddy. You see the topic, or you see the title, and what is on your screen is a South Korea robot unalives itself. What we used to call malfunction. Now they're saying it's a self-unaliving. Basically giving this robot a sense of conscience or emotions. I'm gonna play the clip and let you see a quick video of this nonsense. South Korea, which a lot of them are Ammonites, a lot of North Koreans are Moabites. You know, Moabites and Ammonites all mingled together. But yeah, man, this is going on right now in South Korea. The report said that to every 10 person, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that 10th person or individual is most likely a robot. That's what's going on in this society today, in this world. Yeah, so I'm gonna play the clip before I get into any points dealing with this. Something to be noted is they said the whole country is mourning for this robot. So let's play a clip.
Our last story comes from South Korea. Fun fact, this East Asian country has the highest robot density in the world. There is one robot for every 10 people here. With so many robots around, it has been normalized to form emotional connections with machines.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the middle. They funny, man. They funny.
Which is why this story has shocked the country. The first robot suicide. That's what it's being called. Robot suicide in South Korea. The robot worked as a civil servant in a city hall. It was found in an unresponsive state by officials. An investigation has now been launched and the city is in mourning.
Wait. They worked as a what?
Suicide. That's what it's being called. Robot suicide in South Korea. The robot worked as a civil servant in a city hall.
The robot worked as a civil servant in the city hall. So they basically saying, because it had an average 9 to 5 job. So they saying somebody that worked 9 to 5 wants to unalive themselves. Even the robots is like, yo, I watched one video. They had this robot just digging into this topic. They had this robot that cut its own cord because it was tired of working. So, yeah, boy. I tell you, boy, he's up putting hell on people and even the robots. So I'm gonna play the clip. What I've learned, if you keep stopping the clip while it's playing, you most likely won't get no copyright strike. So it's good to stop it from time to time.
It was found in an unresponsive state by officials. An investigation has now been launched and the city is in mourning. Welcome to dystopia. Here's our report.
Well, welcome to dystopia. What the heck does dystopia mean? So she said the whole country is in mourning. All right, let me see what the word dystopia. So this is dystopia, and it means an imaginary place where people are unhappy and usually afraid because they are not treated fairly. So they're trying to say the robot wasn't treated fairly and and the people whatever they're unhappy and afraid. Dystopia. Welcome to dystopia. Like, it don't make sense. It's like living in a Boondocks movie right now. What's going on in the world? So basically, another word for dystopia would be like gloomy. All right.
In the Gumi city of South Korea, a civil servant has died by apparent suicide. The local
So this place is called Gumi. She didn't say gloomy. She said Gumi. I said anyway.
locals are mourning the death, and the news is making headlines everywhere. Probably because the deceased was no human, but a robot officer who was working for the Gumi City Council. Its apparent death is being called South Korea's first robot suicide. How did
So the drone was deployed for civil duty and threw itself down a flight of stairs. They say one of the workers came out and saw it, and it started glitching and moving all around like what's that robot? R2D2. What was that movie? Star Wars. You remember this one used to fall over all the damn time, be glitching and shit, bugging out. So this robot did the same thing and they said threw itself, not fell, but it looked at them stairs and was like, there it go, freedom, and threw itself down the stairs. So I guess we'll have a different outlook on things when our phone dies. It's gonna be a lot of crying in the morning, man, because you know your phone is a smartphone. You got AI apps. So yeah, man, they pushing this narrative, people crying and shit. You know, them Ammonites and Moabites are damn crazy. So yeah, it makes me think about R2D2, man. All right, they don't want to use the term this thing was programmed to do it. Because no robot does anything on its own. It has to be programmed. Now that's what they're worrying about, because AI technology, they have left it to become autonomous. Like, like say for instance, this is what they're watching for, and this is what they're afraid of, but they're watching for it, and also pushing for this. And this is when this robot consciousness will become on the level of idolatry. When they say they'll begin to trust it and look to it for help. You see, they pushing that narrative on your phone. Let AI help you out. Let AI help you out. See, everybody looking to AI for their answers. Or they say science falsely so called. Well, what they're worried with some fear is that, like, say for instance, they had a test where they had robots with arms that would pick up. They had yellow balls, red balls, different colors, right? And they took one robot would take a yellow ball and put it into the basket, all right? But they had to put it into the yellow basket with the yellow balls. Well, it's programmed to do that. But what happens when the machine does it on its own without you telling it to do it, without you programming it to do so? Where it's just sitting there and you tell it to grab a ball, and it just grabbed the ball, put it in the yellow, grab the red, put it in the red, and you didn't program it to do that. So that means AI, artificial intelligence, is actually learning in that sense. So they set it up in a way where it receives the information and it gives it a program itself. It's still programmed. Like, say for instance, the AI technology that's on all over the internet. You type something in, Like they got the photo one, they got the music one, the AI, and you type something in, it can send you an image back, and it look real. Well, it got those images from pictures that was all over the internet. It just can snap. It's quicker than your eye can blink. It can pull that information from the internet and make something. That's it. Even music, it can just pull all the resources from, like, we say, make me a Tupac song with Mike Tyson's voice. It'll pull Mike Tyson's voice and merge it into Tupac's flow, but then the poetry will be redundant, and that's how you know it's AI technology. But it's advancing the more we put stuff into the internet. We're the one programming these damn things. We're the fucking battery for this shit, just like the Matrix. Right? These devils using us to give it the energy in the program, and it's I can't say life, battery. So that's what is happening here, man. They're setting the stage for AI technology to learn on its own, be autonomous, operate on its own. But the initial programming and foundation started with man, and then they're using us to build its conscious, right? Or knowledge, I should say. Knowledge is like information. So it's just, so now they're basing emotions around this technology. Just like the ancient idols that couldn't move. They always wanted to find a way to make these idols move or talk or say it's alive and all that. And the Most High was like, yo, it can't move. It's just a furniture and shit. And now they're like, what about if I make it move? See, Esau thinks themselves to be God, man. You see that, man? So let me play the rest of this video. They said the whole country is in mourning because this damn robot unalived itself and threw itself down the stairs. So the whole country is in mourning. I don't even think they do that for humans, certain humans, regular civilians.
The robot was reportedly circling in one spot. Then it threw itself down a flight of stairs. It was found unresponsive by officials who have begun an investigation over the accident.
It wasn't unresponsive. The shit shut down. Like unresponsive, like they're checking the pulse. While reason for they got deaf is unknown, social media users blame overwork. So the machine was overworked and it unalived itself. Oh my goodness, man. You can't make this stuff up. It's shit like he using the fucking microwave. It's like a water dispenser and they crying over the shit. God damn it. Alright, so let me get this real quick. Alright, look. Robots committing suicide now? That's what it says. AI tragedy. Bot. Suicide. Unalived. Shocks South Korea. Oh my goodness. What are they telling these people over there? Alright, this is the etymology for the word robot. And it comes from, it's a Czech Republican word meaning robota. Alright, universal robots. Word from the 1920s, which means from the word robota, which means forced labor. Alright, forced labor. Ain't that something, man? I'm sure all kind of light bulbs going off because they look at humans like robots and put them into what? Forced labor. That's all we are, really. We're like human robots for the Most High. Forced labor upon this earth. All right, creative beings. but we have a spirit. Big difference. And we human. So these robots, they're programmed from man. All right, not the direct hands of the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Instead, it's created by man. So the scriptures say, let's get that. All right. So you know that we know the scriptures say that Esau thinks they're God, man. All right, they want to be like the Most High, but they're just men, and their inventions are just man's creation, which is vanity and cursed. Wisdom of Solomon 14:8. But that which is made with hands is cursed, man. All right, so that which is made with human hands is cursed. It's destined to fail. It's not alive. All right, how can a dead thing create a living thing? Only life can create life. That's why Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, created us. Anything we create on the earth, besides what comes through us, children, is not life. It's just a different form of energy, or something becomes mechanical, right? Programmed, signals. That's all it is. Wisdom of Solomon 14:8. But that which is made with hands is cursed, man. So anything they make is cursed. It becomes and they're looking at it to become an idol. There's even talks that I don't know how true this is, but there's a seat on the what's that? What is that? NATO or somewhere like that. It's a seat. There's an empty seat. At the UN or something like that. Somewhere there's a seat that's empty, and they got all the seats for the countries and the leaders, and then it's like one in the middle. They leave it empty. They're gonna put AI technology there. Watch, as the other person, as the other being. All right, or intelligence. Like there's even talks of the brokers on Wall Street not trusting human brokers anymore, but going to AI technology to understand the stock market. And someday, if they keep going down this path, if they trust in technology, technology can put a formula out there or a program out there where humans can't understand it. They can talk in a language where we wouldn't understand it, and it can deal with other robots. And that's when that's when it's out of our hands. It'd be uncontrollable at that point. That's their goal. That's the goal. We know it. And they're trying to make them a god. In the midst of that, they want to make themselves gods. Bill hates, right? Digital gods, billionaire gods. Trying to live eternal through the digital process, but it'll be nothing but dead bodies walking around like zombies. The spirit will be gone, or trapped in that body, which I don't believe they'll be able to do. The Most High controls death. He'll snatch the spirit out of that body. So anyway, Wisdom of Solomon 14:8. But that which is made with hands is cursed, man. So anything robot they make is cursed. Is wicked. As well, but if they used it for like say for instance, I think it's this chapter, the same chapter. I'm not gonna read it because it goes too detailed, but take me off the topic. But right, I'll just speak on it because you got man that can use a vessel for good or a vessel for bad. The same way man can use wood and they'll worship it, make an idol or something wicked, or it can take that same wood and make a vessel for deliverance like Moses did. All right, or make a house or different things with it. So you can have technology, you can make a damn robot, But to worship it, to give it a conscience, and to connect to it like an emotional attachment, and give it rights and all of that, that's vanity, man. That's wickedness, and it's abomination, and it's cursed. But you can make a robot and have it make it to build, program it to build something, or you know, go to the bottom of the ocean and shit like that, retrieve vessels or whatever. But to make it to have the whole country mourning and crying over the shit, you know, that's like Esau over here with these animals. They have animal cruelty, but not cruelty to humans. When humans get killed, Jake get killed and slain in the streets and killing each other. They don't mourn over that. They don't even blink an eye. So now, but that which is made with hands is cursed, man. As well it as he that made it. So the person that made it is cursed too. Them damn Koreans, they cursed too, man. Which are mostly Ammonites. Some are Moabites. So they're cursed, and the ones that made it. I mean, what they made. Esau's cursed, and whatever they make. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called God. So just like the ancient idols, you would have false gods, which would be like the story behind it, like mythology, paganism, and then you would have the actual idol they would build as a physical representation of those stories. So these digital idols are nothing but physical representations of Esau's imagination and dystopia and this digital world where they can trust in AI technology, artificial intelligence. And who created that? Another one of them, Esau. All right. So let me get this real quick. All right. So this is the word where the term AI technology came from. All right. It means artificial intelligence. It's always going to be artificial. Period. All right. It's always artificial. I don't care how human they try to make it seem, giving it rights, emotions, and all this stuff. It's always artificial. All right. Let's get that word first. All right. So artificial comes from the word artifice, which means handicraft. All right. Handicraft. And the scriptures say the serpent was more crafty than any beast of the field. And they caused their craft to prosper in their hand, just like the ancient, Edomites. So craftiness, man, which goes into skill. All right. So artificial craft, inventions. All right. So they're not real creations. It's just vanity. All right. So same way those ancient crafters or idol makers in the ancient times would craft these idols, the same way Esau crafting their inventions today, and these nations are crafting their inventions. But Yahweh Shai is going to rebuke all their inventions. All right, so it says, what is the story behind artificial intelligence? The birth of artificial intelligence started 1950s, 1956. That was around the time President Eisenhower, and then you had the Russian nuclear ICBM tests started. They started launching their ICBMs, testing them at 1950s. And that's when the split happened between North Korea and South Korea, the wars. So it's a lot that happened in the 1950s. All right. You even had the establishment of NATO. So it says Alan Turing published his work, Computer Machinery and Intelligence. So that's what it's really called. It's called computer, right, which deals with the digital process. Machinery, which deals with mechanics, something being mechanical or moving, right? Because you can go out in the woods into the forest and you can type in bushcraft mechanics, make something wooden, and then have water or the wind make it move, or or a pulley, like a rubber band that's unloosening and causing this thing to move, or weights that make it move. So it makes it mechanical machinery, and and, uh, and intelligence. Right, which eventually became the Turing test. So that's what it was called. It says which experts used to measure computer intelligence. The term artificial intelligence was coined and came into popular use after this. When this guy did this thing called a Turing test, where they could measure the level or measure the computer's intelligence. Let's see something real quick. All right, so this is the word intelligence, and it means intelligere, which means to understand. All right, so they're trying to gain these robots to have understanding by figuring out and thriving. What was that from? Remember that movie? There you go. Remember this? All right, they've been putting it in the movies, man. The I Robot, all the other ones. Then one just like, whoa, I understand. Try to give it some form of understanding or coding or figuring out things as it goes on its own, becoming autonomous or intelligent, as they say. It's crazy. This was witchcraft, man. Yeah, man, look at that. Remember that? And he was like, I am alive. I am not a robot. Something like that. The Sunny is a modified, newer model of the NS5 series and a tritagonist. Anyway, so film iRobot. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's skip down. What is Sunny's personality? What is the voice? Who created? Let's see what they got. See if they got anything for us to skim through. All right. It says Sunny the Robot movie. It says in this movie they present Sunny, a robot that dreams. Right? It had dreams and shit. But it said it had. Anyway, it said it had dreams of liberating the other robots who are slaves to logic, and then make that dream a reality. That was like that robot that
are indistinguishable from humans. My preference is to make them always look a little bit like robots, so you know. 20 years from now, I believe that human-like robots like those will walk among us. They will help us. They will.
see, and this video is old, and now they in South Korea they said to every 10th person there's a robot. You know, and they're making them look more and more realistic. But this is their goal. But matter of fact, let me get one precept. This is Job 5:12. He disappointed, who is talking about Yahweh, the true power, and his son Yahweh Shai. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. See that? They're crafty. Creating all this technology and shit. But the Lord's going to disappoint all of their plans, their new world order, their dreams, their whatever they into. Creating all these robots. The Lord's going to what? He's going to disappoint them. all their devices, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. See, so that's what the Lord said in the scriptures. When they go to fill their belly, that's when the Lord gonna rain fire upon these damn devils, and all the elements shall melt, even including the robots. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. See, they're going to be caught red-handed. And the counsel of the froward is carried headlong, man. All right? So whatever they create is basically, it's like a shovel digging their own ditch. They created the missiles. It was for their own destruction. They created the dollar. It was so they could be known as the rich, which they'll be, the curse is going to fall on Esau, which is the rich in this society. They had slaves, so they can be known that they are the ones. They created this technology, so it can be known that they're the crafty ones, the vain ones. All right, creating their devices, pushing that new world order, MOTB. They came up with their false doctrine and put Cesare Borgia up, so it can be revealed that they're the devil that it speaks of. So all these things are set up to be their own demise. All right? So they're going to be taken in their own craftiness. They meet with darkness in the daytime. So as they're moving forward in their bright, I got the night at my back and the sun before me. Open road. Well, the Lord said they're going to run into darkness. They're going to run into destruction on their way to their dreams, and they shall grope in the noonday as in the night, man. So in the prime of their new world order, the Lord gonna bring destruction upon them. All right. So what they're planning, like that woman that wrote the Matrix and Terminator, and they took it and put it into a movie, and they changed it up a little bit, but it originally started off as a novel. She wrote about the transition, and she got it from the scriptures. She said Neo is supposed to represent the Messiah, which we know him to be Yahweh Shai. I forgot the little boy from Terminator. I forgot his name, but they, from the Terminator movie. I can't think of his name, but anyway, the little boy in the movie Terminator, he was supposed to grow up, and then the same way they got like Spider-Man U-verse in another dimension or another time with a Matrix, he became Neo, all grown up, and forgot who he was. Connor, right? Well, this woman based it off, she's a Jake, and her name's Sophia, which means book, just like that robot we were just watching a minute ago. I'm going to go back to it. Was named Sophia, which means book or literature. She wrote The Matrix in the 80s and Terminator. So what started off as Terminator, fighting against machines, raging against the machines, a war with the machines, bonding with the machines, that's happening right now. We're moving towards that. But Esau has a dream of this Matrix, like the movie The Matrix, where we were in pods and connected to the machines and all that shit. It's happening. That's why they have people wearing technology, getting technology, right? Loving technology. Everything is about technology right now. Getting helped by AI all over these apps, getting used to it. So she made that movie based upon Esau's plan. But the Lord said, what? He's going to disappoint their devices so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So that their hands represent their workers, their scientists, all right, their tools, their AI technologies. It's not going to be able to perform like they want. The mother of the Matrix, all right, her name was Sophia Stewart. She's still around too. All right, so this is all about that, man. This is that moment where this robot that they call Sophia, which is just a damn machine, man. Just like the Teddy Ruxpin shit when we was little, or your robots. but now it has purpose. Like they're created for. If they create a AI robot to imitate a human, they're gonna give it all the aspects of a human. If they give a robot to imitate a dog, it's gonna have all aspects of what a dog does. All right. But it says, okay, I will destroy humans. See that? So let's read here.
Will play with us. They will teach us. They will help us put the groceries away. I think that the artificial intelligence will evolve to the point where they will truly be our friends. Do you want to destroy humans? Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
No, I take it back.
See, they playing. He think it's funny, and he basically that was kind of like a program. Them saying that, you know, he said, "Will you destroy humans?" And he said, "Okay, I will." See, it's not like it said it. It's not like the robot said it on its own. So it's still being programmed in a sense. This witchcraft, man. You know, the damn Chester Grant. Look at him, devil. All right, so Wisdom of Solomon 14. Right, 9. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto Yahweh. See that? So the ungodly and his ungodliness are both hated by the Most High. So they robots, the Lord hate that shit. He ain't worrying about it. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. What's that? All the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of Yahweh they are become an abomination. Everything they make is going to become abomination. Everything they make is dealing with is grievousness. Everything Esau desire is death. Is as death, man. That's why I start off like, hi, you know, like the movie I, Robot, and then that shit started murdering and killing people. Unalive people, so like it. And stumbling blocks to the souls of men. See that? People stumbling over this shit. Crying over it. Leading men, humans, again, to pull further away from God, the Creator. So it's stumbling blocks to the souls of men, this AI technology. And a snare to the feet of the unwise. So that path is going to be a snare in the way of the unwise, especially amongst 2/3. Man, they're going to be gobbling up this whole New World Order. But even shit look like chocolate. Until you taste it or smell it. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication. So this AI technology, it can easily sway towards spiritual fornication once again. And the invention of them, the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. Yeah, we're going to have the robots, but the robots going to be the damn heathen nations in the kingdom. They're going to be the robots. And they're going to be all their swords into pruning hooks. All the technology, AI technology, ICBMs, tanks, jets, whatever, robots, all that stuff going to be melted and molded down and used to make backhoes and tractors and skiffs, all the hand physical labor shit, manual labor, robotic labor. Esau gonna be the robot. For by the vain glory of men, see Esau and their vain glory, they entered into the world. So these devices, these computers have entered into this world through Esau's imagination, you know. And therefore shall they come shortly to an end. See, all this stuff gonna come shortly to an end. That's what that movie I Robot was about. Where he's like, it says his he kept having a nightmare or a dream saying he wanted to liberate the other robots who are slaves to logic and then make that dream a reality. Like that robot just did Sophia. Yeah, buddy. They said robots are unaliving themselves. All right, but it's nothing to fear. The Lord said, "Do not fear the incredulity of them that trouble you," meaning their disbelief. They don't believe in Yahweh, the true power. All right, but y'all remember this movie too. It was called AI. My children don't even like this movie. They won't watch it. They don't like it because you can tell they're trying to push this thought or this theory, this philosophy on the children. There's another one too called the children. It's for the children, not Dino Dan, but it's like a robot one, man. I might have to check that out too. But yeah, I Robot AI, which means artificial intelligence. And in this movie, he was like a little boy. So they started off he's thinking he's a little boy, and people like, oh, of course he's just an actor. He got the damn robotic Teddy Ruxpin, and then he thinks the teddy bear is a robot, not himself. It's just weird, man. And then the robot realizes he's just a robot, and he starts crying, saying he's human. He has feelings, and the whole thing is just like an emotional attachment. It's like watching fucking Bambi or some shit. When he was little, remember that? The writer and directors know how to pull emotions out of people. So they used this movie, and they drew emotion out of people towards this movie, setting the stage for people to be emotionally attached to this AI technology. Meaning they'll build a mindset of you get used to it, and then once it's gone, you'll miss it. Like a person, though. Instead of just replacing it with a new one. See, people are irreplaceable, except for in position. But as far as their character and who they are, they're irreplaceable. But positions can be refilled, But with technology, that's definitely replaceable. It can be duplicated. So why the emotion? I can see if you, like a cell phone, somebody might break their damn cell phone by mistake and start crying and say, oh shit, I can't contact nobody. That's different. But they cry, like, it's dead. Like, just charge the goddamn phone up. What the fuck? It's in there crying. Why you crying, bro? My phone died, bro. We got the whole country mourning because R2D2 then threw itself down the damn stairs. Yeah. So that was the movie called AI and AI. Mind you, remember that term AI started with this guy named Turu or whatever that was doing tests on computer intelligence or memory, mechanical functions of it. Computer mechanical intelligence. And then later they called it AI technology. All right, so artificial intelligence, the most astonishing film of the year. It's when the little boy they had him on, they drew emotions out of people. Steven Spielberg made this. So clearly see their agenda. It says a robotic boy, this is from that movie AI, all right? A robotic boy, the first programmed to love. This was, I guess this one over there in Korea was programmed to unalive itself so they can build this narrative all over the internet. All right? Committing human acts. You know, a robotic boy, the first program to love. David Haley, anyway, is adopted as a test case by a Cybertronics employee and his wife, though he gradually becomes their child. A series of unexpected circumstances makes this life impossible for David. Without final acceptance by humans or machines, David embarks on a journey. Robot embarking on a journey. I guess that's what that robot was doing in South Korea and went down the damn steps. David embarks on a journey to discover where he truly belongs, in the trash and in the damn shed, collecting dust after it's used, plugged up to the fucking wall, charging. That's where it belongs, on the shelf, being sold. Uncovered a world in which the line between robot and machine is both vast and profoundly thin. All right, so this robot in the movie was trying to say, I'm not just a machine, I'm a robot. Or not just a robot, I'm human. All right, they're gonna say you can't call it a machine, just like you can't call some of these transformers what you really want to call them today. You gotta use code words. So someday they may give these robots, these machines, rights where you can't say machine anymore. Deep, man. All right, it says AI, artificial intelligence, is a 2001, or simply AI, is a 2001 American science fiction, so it's fake, film directed by Steven Spielberg. All right, so it's science, man. The Lord said, let's get that. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 20. It says, actually, no, yeah. 1 Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. And that's what we're supposed to do today. We keep the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, this truth. Avoiding profane and vain babblings, which is false teachings, philosophies, lies, New World Order talk, all of that. AI technology and false doctrine. And oppositions of science, falsely so called, man. So we don't trust in science, all right, as Fauci said to do. You trust in something that man made. How can you? So the Lord said that's a curse on those that makes man their arm, their strength. Jeremiah 17 and 9. The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So how can you trust the heart, the minds of these people that created these technologies, man? How can you trust Elon Musk with all his technology and Neuralink and all that? All right, when the heart is desperately wicked. No, he cool, man. He got a family, you know. All right. It says, I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings, man. All right, so the Lord is going to judge these devils for creating this vanity. Right? 2 Ezra 16 and 61. He made man, so the Most High created humans, so he knows these devils, that they're vain and wicked. He made man and put his heart in the midst of his body. So the Lord made his own robots, what we call humanity today, and gave him breath, life, and understanding. See, Esau want to do this, but they can't. Yea, so they gave him intelligence. So the Lord gave these devils their intelligence. Yea, in the spirit of the almighty power, which made all things, and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions, Esau, and these damn Ammonites and Moabites over there, and what you think in your hearts. So their plans, their real agenda behind creating this AI technology, so it can be an idol, or something to follow in the future. All right. Even them that sin, it would hide their sin. Therefore, hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. So not only these humans, the Lord is going to put to shame, but their inventions, the Lord is going to put to shame and destroy them. So that movie AI was based on a story from the 1969, and that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. Even the choice of them going to Iran and all these different things, man, started in the 1970s. That's when the agenda was really being built. 1950s, 1970s. And it says the screenplay by Steven Spielberg and a screen during a story by Ian Watson are loosely based on the 1969 short story Super Toys Last All Summer Long. See their mindset? How to make these super toys last for a lifetime. How to make these robots last longer. How to make the program last longer and thrive on its own. Artificial intelligence, moving and operating autonomously. Super Toys Last All Summer Long. I might have to watch that. By Brian Aldiss, set in a futuristic society, just like today. The film stars Haley Joel Osment, I hate people's names, man, as David, a childlike android uniquely programmed with the ability to love. I want to read this one more time. The birth of AI technology was 1950s to 1956, though. So a little bit before the 1970s. See how they putting it together? Alan Turing published his work, Computer Machinery and Intelligence. And then later on, they came up with this movie, Super Toys Last All Summer Long. All right? Which eventually became the Turing test, which experts used to measure the computer intelligence. The term artificial intelligence was coined and came into popular use. Other than that, people wouldn't be saying that shit today. Alan Turing, damn, probably Edomite. Let's see who that is. Here you go. That's the man behind the machine. Rage Against the Machine. Man against the machine. And these devils, man. This is his quote. This is Alan Turing, man, where the term artificial intelligence comes from. Look at this devil. Look at Esau. You see the ears? Think about George Bush. Yeah, man, all them damn devils, all them related. His quote was, I purpose to consider the question, can machines think? He probably was high when he thought of that. You know, they was probably high. He had to be, man. Oh, philosophical ass. Can machines think? Is water wet? Can machines think? Basically saying, can they think on their own? See, Esau create the thought or the theory, and then they'll move it. The innovators, like for instance, you had Oppenheimer, but prior to him, you had Einstein. Einstein came up with the theory of relativity, and then people like Oppenheimer and other scientists that created technology, they took that theory and exacted it and created and manifested it and put it into a container to blow up and explode. Same thing here. Came up with the theory, the philosophy, and then others later bring it into fruition. All right, AI technology. So the word technology goes into like craftiness, skill. Esau, the cunning hunter, man. All right, no more vain person than Esau. Alan Turing called the Turing test, the AI technology. Look at that. I purpose to consider the question: can machines think? Look in the background. Look at that whole Einstein type shit. That's dumb, man. Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? See, it's a spirit that got me and the other brothers out there, the elders, searching out and researching the things of Esau. All right. And how are his hidden things sought up, man? It's the spirit that's revealing these devils. Because in these last days, it's going to be revealed that they are the mystery of iniquity. Iniquity means wickedness continually. So they're that mystery that's the wicked on this earth. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Right. Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, man. So Daniel was known as being wise and understanding, and science and the operations of the sun, moon, and the stars and harvest, right? But he said, what? Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. Why? Because these devils stole all the information, the Library of Alexandria, and boats and ships, and conquering nations and taking their books and putting them in their libraries. And later on with the Catholics, they had the people who come in the confession booths, and that was another way. They had the CIA and all these spies. And today, with technology in general, knowledge is increased. And so with that, Esau's information has increased as well. All right. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. All right. So nothing on earth. The Lord said He gave the earth to the wicked. So there's nothing on earth that can be hidden from these devils, seeking whom and what they may devour. All right. So when Yahushua shows up, He's going to what? Destroy all their inventions and confound them and come to their astonishment. All right. He's going to put them all to shame, even their inventions. 2 Ezra 13:37. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations. So all the machines, tanks, missiles, drones, drone armies now. That's what they're using. Lasers, satellites, ICBMs, if I ain't say that already. Boats, ships. So the Lord going to rebuke all their inventions, because all their inventions going to be ran by what? AI technology. All right, or aided by AI technology. Which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest. So they're going to be destroyed in the fire. All right, so Ecclesiastes 7:29. Lo, this only have I found, that Yahweh have made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions, right? But guess what? Here, Ecclesiastes 1:9, that thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So they created idols and vain abominations in the ancient times. And the Lord said He cursed and destroyed all their idols, man. They're still here today, but He's saying He confounded them and showed that people are foolish to follow after these idols, and that the idols are just inanimate objects. The same way, kind of these robots are moving and animated, but they're not spirit. All right, they're not righteous. All right, it's vanity. It's Esau's creation. In the kingdom, we may have robots or technology, but it's not going to be from these times now. All right, so there's nothing new under the sun. The same way the Lord confounded and destroyed the people of ancient time that worship these idols, that followed after Sodom and Gomorrah, that disrespected the Lord judged them. Same thing today. It's going to be as the inventions have increased in the iniquity, so shall the judgment. All right. This is Proverbs 8:12. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out not the knowledge of witty inventions. So the Lord has found them out. He said, have searched out all their works. He's going to put them all to shame, all right, through his wisdom, which findeth out the knowledge of witty inventions, man. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil, pride, arrogancy, in the evil way, and the froward mouth doeth I hate. So all these people talking about their plans and their what do you say? He calls it disappointed the wise in their own craftiness, and causes their hands that they should not perform their enterprise. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan, Esau, the adversary, meaning everything they build is adversarial, is an adversary, is in competition with the righteous kingdom that's coming. Because Esau want to be God so bad. But lest Satan, the devil Esau on this earth, should get an advantage of us. See, that's what they want. They want the advantage. They want to gain an upper hand in this battle and get advantage over our people through information, through lies, through the technology, through the envy. That's why the Lord told us not to envy the oppressor and choose none of his ways. It says what? Lest Satan should get an advantage of us through fear. No, they ain't going to get an advantage of us. For we are not ignorant of his devices. We know exactly what's going on because the Lord foretold us in the scriptures. So when we see this here, we know exactly what's going on. And we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, pushing that narrative around the world for people to have an emotional attachment to these damn robots. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.